Hi everyone, and welcome to this video clip. In this video, we're going to be completing Lab 10 of the Virtual Infrastructure course. Now, before we actually get started with what's in the lab book, we have a supplemental lab to do, which is going to set up some additional networking like we did with iSCSI. Let's get started. I've already logged in to my student workstation. I already have vSphere client open. I've logged in with a root account, so I'm pretty much ready to go. In fact, I basically left off from where we finished the last time with the storage adapters for iSCSI. So I'm going to have to go back to networking to set this up. Virtual switches, we've got 3 at this point in time. We're going to add a 4th. So I'll simply say add a virtual switch. In this case, it's going to be a kernel network adapter. Once again, I'll say next. This is going to be a new standard switch, so we can get a new uplink separate from the others. Next, adapter I'm going to select is VMNIC3 as per your lab notes. And the network label is going to be NFS. We'll say next. We need a static IP. In this case, 192.168.2.11 and 255.0 as the subnet mask. And we are good with that. This is going to finish up. The other thing you have to make sure that you do is create the same switch with its own IP address, but also connected into VMNIC3 on your second host, the ESXi2 host. I'll leave that one for you to do. Now, once this is finished, we're going to be in a position to create our storage. So hopefully this finishes up in a second here. There we go. Now, I'm going to try and follow through the way that they navigate this in the book. There's a number of different ways that you can get to the place where you can create a new data store. I'm going to go back to home to start with. And then in home, I'm going to go to storage. In storage, I'm going to select the training data store. If we select related objects, and then we select data stores, we can see that right now we're going to have 2 data stores. These are the ones that are associated to the ESXi hosts. We're going to add a new one. So over on the left here, we have the new data store function. I'll select that. This is going to launch our new data store wizard. And this is going to be in the training data center, which is fine. We've got a choice of either VMFS or NFS. This one is NFS. Say next. And a couple things we need to do here. So one is we're going to give it a data store name. This is going to be NFS- and my name, which is Jim. The server is going to be the IP address of the NFS server. So this is going to be 192.168.2.13. as per your lab notes. And then we also need to know the folder. This is going to be /NFS volume. Both the server, this is infrastructure, so that's set up on the infrastructure server, and the same with the NFS volume share. Be aware with the folder name, that is case sensitive, so make sure that you don't accidentally put some capitals in there where they're not needed. We're going to leave this option, I'll scroll this up here a bit, on the bottom unchecked. We do not want the data store to be read-only. This is going to be read-write. So I'll go through and say next. And now we have the option to connecting to any one or combination of the hosts that are on the network. Whichever host I connect is the one or will be the ones that will be able to see that data store. I'm going to pick them both, so that they're both available. You don't have to do that. And click next, and then finally finish. Providing that you did everything correctly, you'll see that the task will complete. There won't be any errors at that point in time, and then we'll have some new data stores that we'll be able to work with. Task 2 in this lab is basically viewing those data stores after the fact. So while this is finishing up, let me check the lab book because I want to make sure I navigate the same way that you're going to when you follow the book. Okay, and we have... Oh, no, we don't. It finished. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the reason that it failed on ESXi2 is because I didn't create that next virtual switch yet. So my bad on that one. I would need to go and create that so it can be seen by both hosts. At this point in time, we can see that it was created on ESXi1, failed on ESXi2. So I'm going to leave this part of the video in. Good lesson. Now the next part on task 2, in the training data center, I'm going to monitor and I can look at storage reports. And what I'm going to want to look at in this particular case is NFS. So I'll hit the drop down, pick NAS mounts, and we can see that the list is empty. If that's the case, because we know that we actually created that, we're probably going to rescan. So I'm just going to specify I want to do a rescan here. And when that's done, our new storage data store should come up. And sure enough, here it is. So the remote host, the one that we punched in before, 192.168.2.13. So that's infrastructure. NFS volume is the share path or the export path, and it is type NFS. That's it for this lab. The only thing you would have to do, and I'm going to do outside the video, is set up ESXi2 so that it can also see this storage. Hopefully that was useful for you, and we'll see you next time.